Interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX. Discover how some of the top executives are trading their own companies with our Insider Trades tool. See who's been buying or selling stock and what their trades say about insider sentiment. Use this unique big data tool to make more informed stock trades. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right now.
Boom! What's happening, people? Good morning, Europe, and welcome everyone to our live stream. Happy Thanksgiving to our friends from US and a very, very good morning, people. Here's what's happening in the markets today, 26th of November, 2020. US stock markets will be closed today for the Thanksgiving holiday, guys. Germany extends the lockdown measures by at least 3 more weeks. The US dollar index subdued by weak US economic data announced last night. Bitcoin tanks over 5% overnight, guys, shedding over $1,000 to the downside. And in case you missed the announcement yesterday, we are broadcasting live on our new YouTube channel, guys. You can find the link in the description down below. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and support us in delivering more great content. This show is proudly sponsored by our partners at Forex and Markets.com. European markets open. Coming up. Right, and we're back. Good morning, lovely people, and happy Thanksgiving to all our friends in the US. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Now, here's what's happening today, guys. With the US markets closed, the economic calendar belongs to the European Central Bank, with no more than 4 announcements today. The euro and the pound rallied overnight on weak US data, but the news that Germany extends its lockdown measures until Christmas or maybe further might spook investors as the COVID cases in Europe still remain at record highs. Yesterday, guys, very interesting. Rishi Sunak, UK's finance minister, said that this year UK might suffer the biggest economic contraction in the last 300 years, adding more worries to the UK's currency. The statement was balanced somehow by Mr. Sunak, adding that he is confident and hopeful that UK will strike a deal with the European Union as soon as possible. In other news, gold futures seem stuck around the $1,810 with little potential to the upside, at least for now. So, I'll tell you what, guys, let's have a quick look at the news. And I think the Bitcoin situation today, guys, requires an intervention. So we will have Georgia Gathangelu, founder and board member at Cyprus Blockchain Association, live via Skype in a couple of minutes. What do you say? Are you ready? Let's have a look at a couple of interesting articles, guys, and we take it from there. So I'm going to start with the news that shook off everyone yesterday. British Finance Minister Rishi Sunak said yesterday that he was confident and hopeful that a Brexit trade deal could be stuck with the European Union and that the shape of the deal was clear. There is a lot going on, and I think with a constructive attitude and goodwill on all sides, we can get there. Rishi Sunak told Sky News, it's clear what the shape of the deal looks like. So let's see. But this comes after his previous statement when he said that UK's economy will suffer the biggest contraction in the last 300 years, guys. Wow, that's a very brave statement. And if that's the case, imagine what is happening with the pound, guys, or what could happen with the pound. Now, yesterday we had a lot of announcements in the economic calendar, guys. We had 24 announcements on the US dollar. Most of them came out in red, as expected, as the COVID cases in US are not easing off in any way. The dollar went lower in Asia this morning, subdued by weak U.S. economic data, but with lingering optimism over the development of a COVID-19 vaccine, leading investors to riskier assets tied to global commodities and emerging markets. The U.S. dollar index that tracks the greenback against a basket of other currencies inched down 0.09% to 91.91 by 10:05 Eastern Time, its lowest level in more than 2 months. It was also close to its weakest in more than 2 months against the euro as well. The dollar also took a hit after the data released yesterday showed that the U.S. GDP grew 33.1% quarter on quarter during the third quarter, just missing the 33.1 growth in forecasts prepared by investing.com, but unchanged from the second quarter. The data also showed the 778,000 jobless claims for the past week, higher than the forecast, which was 730,000 claims, and the 748,000 claims submitted during the previous week. There were grim warnings that even more job losses could be on the way, with many states imposing restrictive measures to curb the spiking number of COVID-19 cases. Now, here's where it gets interesting, guys. Americans were warned about traveling to see their families today for Thanksgiving. Now, they said most of them will ignore the warnings and they will go and see their families, as this holiday means a lot for the American people. So what I'm afraid of is what's going to follow next week or in the next couple of weeks, in the weeks to come, with all this travel that's happening today and tomorrow for this long weekend holiday that's going to last till Sunday most probably. But anyway, let's move on to a quick article regarding oil, guys. Oil was up this morning in Asia with a surprise draw in U.S. crude oil inventories, tempering fears of an oversupply. Hopes for a return to pre-COVID-19 conditions and demand levels also continue to drive investor appetite. Brent oil futures rose 0.56% to 48.80 a barrel, and WTI futures were up 0.44% to 45.91 a barrel. Data from the U.S. Energy Information Administration showed a draw of 754,000 barrels for the week to November 20th. Gasoline stocks rose by 2.2 million barrels in the week to 230.2 million barrels, the EIA said, more than forecast for a 614,000 barrel rise. This is what is happening with the markets, guys. And probably one of the most articles this morning, guys. Let's have a quick look. Bitcoin, guys. There you go. This is the article. This is the lovely Bitcoin. The article came out 1 hour ago from Reuters, and it was sent on investing.com. Bitcoin dropped in the Asian trading session today to 1 point more than 6% down on the day after failing to make record highs. Bitcoin, the world's biggest and best known cryptocurrency, was last trading around 17,700, having lost more than $1,000 since its previous close. Now, very high with very high volumes on spot, but also on leverage markets, it's not surprising that after failing to hit the all-time high, there would be this sort of rapid correction, said Justin Danthan, sales manager at digital asset company Diginex. So this correction was expected, guys. Many people familiar with the financial markets expected this correction. Now, let's see what's going to happen from here. If the Bitcoin will go back to its all-time highs, or it's going to correct even more. And for that, we're going to have George Agatangelo joining us in about 30 seconds for an incendiary interview about cryptocurrencies and another round of Bitcoin talks, guys. So stay tuned. We're coming back live in 30 seconds with George Agatangelo.
Keep your finger on the market pulse with the News Alerts tool. Stay up to date on the latest sentiment across all the major asset classes. Uncover bullish or bearish signals tied to specific assets that could be developing before major price moves, and track how news sentiment correlated with price in the past. Track the news volume on an asset, its fear index, and get a better feel for its underlying strength. All with News Alerts, your central hub for market information. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Right. And we are back, guys. Angelo. Right.
It is possible.
Right. Just a second, guys. Just a
If this
second.
resurgence gets bad enough and mobility falls off enough.
Right, there we go. Guys, we are back with George Agatangelo straight from Nicosia, from the capital of Cyprus. Bear with me for a second, George. Let me bring you on the big screen. Bear with me for just a second. Right, there we are. Good morning, George. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm a bit worried about Bitcoin, to be honest. We saw the Bitcoin shed quite a lot, 6% overnight.
Well, I wouldn't be worried. In the crypto sphere, you have this kind of corrections. It is something that we have anticipated, and I wouldn't worry in the long run. We know what the trend is bullish, so I would take this opportunity as another entry into the market for people that have a long-term out view on Bitcoin.
Yes, correct. Let's have a quick look at the charts, though, and see what has happened. Where are the Bitcoin charts? There we go. Wow, what a big tank, bro. What a big tank. Right, let's go on a 4-hour chart. Let me bring you on the big screen. There we go. We're looking at Bitcoin as things stand right now. There you go. Can you see us?
No, can you show me your screen?
Yes. Right. Okay. Are you watching us on Twitch as well?
Yes, but I closed it so that we can have the call. Should I log in there to watch?
Yes, if you can watch us on Twitch, but make sure Twitch volume is muted. Yes, so we don't have two microphones.
All right, give me 1 second.
No problem.
1 second.
Twitch.tv/InstructFX, guys. You can watch us on Twitch every day, just like George Agatangelo is doing now. Right, we're looking at the Bitcoin charts.
Yeah, I can see now.
You can see, yeah? All right, perfect. So we're looking at the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin is currently trading at $17,387. We saw it took that downturn last night, broke the 20 moving average, broke the 50 moving average. And as things stand right now, it's heading towards the 200 MA at $15,960 US. Wow.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if we see it drop even lower. Maybe even at the 14 to 15,000 range. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Wow. I mean, if you zoom out a little bit on the chart, you will see that this parabolic move that we had, it was bound for a correction. So I see that people are taking some of their profits, and perhaps we're seeing also a response to the market. We had some news yesterday. That had to do with the US Treasury and their intention to crack down on Bitcoin self-custody, meaning that if you have Bitcoin and you want to sell it on any exchange, you will need to actually prove that the crypto hardware wallet belongs to you.
Okay.
So maybe this was the catalyst for this negative move in the market. However, it was anticipated. I believe that many people were expecting a correction, and as fast as it went up, it's gonna come down again.
Big whipsaw movement. I was looking at that double top there on a 4-hour chart, and I saw the resistance. I saw that Bitcoin is encountering a lot of resistance to break that 19,300 level. There was some resistance between 19.3 and 19.5, and that's what worried me a bit yesterday. I said we might witness a correction, but wow, what a big drop.
Well, the crypto market is very volatile, and this can be also witnessed on your charts. But that being said, I'm not worried at all. I'm actually feeling that this is a healthy correction, and maybe this is the accumulation period that we need to see before we have enough momentum to break the all-time high levels.
True. The all-time high levels is very important, and Bitcoin, even though it's the biggest and the best cryptocurrency so far in the world, it's still relatively new. And the news that you mentioned earlier on, as well as people taking profits, might have led to this correction on the market.
Indeed.
Now, where are we looking at? Are we looking at the potential sell position to the 200 moving average, roughly?
It could be that we can see again those levels around 15,000, even lower, 14 and a half. I believe that we could see Bitcoin trading in those areas, in those regions again very soon. Now, if you zoom out even a little bit, have the big picture. If you go to the monthly chart, for example, you will see something that has not maybe happened again in the history of Bitcoin. Just look at the month of November of 2020. If we are able to close this huge bull candle in a positive territory, and this is what it looks like, this could lead to the new all-time high that everyone is expecting. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to give any investment advice or any guidance. I just want to tell the people to be a little bit cautious. The good thing is that we are now again in charted territory, meaning that we can base our technical analysis on the previous levels that have been support or resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, we can make a little bit more educated decisions. Once Bitcoin surpasses the all-time high, then we go into uncharted territory. And that is when things might get a little bit more volatile or a little bit more uncertain as far as the various trade setups. So for traders, I think that Bitcoin dropping today is good news, actually, because it provides us with a lot of opportunities to re-enter the market. We already have some previous levels there to time our exits or to create an educated entry setup. And from then on, it's up to us to grab that opportunity.
Right. Now, let's have a quick look at Ethereum, because Ethereum dropped as well. Wow. Have a look at this on a 4-hour chart. We're looking at Ethereum trading now at $516 after a couple of days ago was trading as high as $621, $622. What's that? Is Ethereum copying the Bitcoin movement?
Always. And when you're making analysis on altcoins, I would always base the analysis against the BTC pair. So I would think you could derive better insights by looking at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart instead of the Ethereum US dollar chart, and maybe even combine the two charts in order to time your entries.
Bear with me
So
for a
if you
second.
go to Ethereum BTC,
there we go. This is Ethereum BTC on a 4-hour chart on Poloniex exchange.
Yeah. You can even see the weekly chart and see what are the resistance and support levels, what are the trends on this chart, and if there are any breakouts to be looking to enter the market.
Right.
So you can see that since 2018, Ethereum has been trading lower against the BTC rival. And it could be that the next bull run, once Bitcoin also breaks all-time highs, that this pair might provide also opportunities for trading.
Right. What I see right now, I'm looking at Ethereum Bitcoin charts on a weekly chart, as you said. I see Ethereum trading below the 200 MA. It has a lot of resistance at the 200 MA. We see this candlestick touching the 200 MA and retracting from there. The good news, though, it's well supported by the 50 moving average. And that gives a bit of confidence in the coin. Also, RSI stochastic are pointing upwards, and the RSI did not manage to go to the oversold levels.
Yes,
it's trading halfway.
This technical analysis may provide us with some insights. Let's not forget also the fundamental analysis. Let's not forget that Ethereum is going live, launching Ethereum 2.0 on the 1st of December. The funding of the contract has been completed successfully. So things are looking good for Ethereum.
Yes, and what I like from what I see now, sorry to cut you off. What I like from what I see now on the charts is this teacup shape that we see at the bottom, and we see the market potentially entering a correction. Usually on currency pairs and commodities, once the price settles above the 200 moving average in a setup like this, then that usually means an uptrend. So from what we see now, Ethereum versus Bitcoin is very close to enter a correction, an uptrend.
Yes. Well, another chart that is very important to look at when you're also considering the crypto sphere is the US dollar index.
Yes.
So if you search for DXY,
there you go.
We can look at the US dollar index. We can see that it's trading very close to low levels. If it drops below 92, then we might see a further boost for everything that is nominated against the US dollar. So I believe that it's good to also integrate into your analysis the US dollar index. As we said, when you're trading altcoins, always look at what is the relationship with Bitcoin, because in the end of the day, what happens, we see Bitcoin pumping. It could be that the altcoins will follow after a while. After the Bitcoin starts moving a little bit sideways, then you can see some altcoin action. And when you see Bitcoin dumping, then you can see the altcoins dumping as well. But it's exaggerated, meaning that maybe you see Bitcoin dropping 5%, you can see altcoins dropping 15 and 20%. However, having in mind those cycles, we can actually predict up to a point what is the future movement of altcoins based on the behavior of Bitcoin. So when you see Bitcoin trading at really high levels and at some point it starts moving sideways, then it could be an opportunity to enter the altcoins and always make sure that you understand the risks when you are entering such volatile markets as the crypto industry. Again, this is not financial advice. You should not invest more than you can afford to lose, and you should always start with education before you take any investment decision.
Very well said, George. And if you want a proper education, guys, www.instructfx.com. Now, so we're keeping an eye on the 200 moving average when it comes to Bitcoin. We might see Bitcoin correcting to the 15,000 something, 15,700, somewhere there in that region. And from there on, if we see the Bitcoin, the price getting rejected by the 200 MA, then if it makes sense, we might want to go with a long position again at a lower price.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely something not to scare us. Yeah, the correction that we see right now.
Well, I wouldn't say it's something to be scared about. Of course, we could see like a downtrend for like a whole of December. It doesn't mean that we're going to see, an immediate correction and we're going to be at all-time highs again. But I think this is a good time for accumulation of Bitcoin for those that have a long-term outlook. And from then on, we have again the opportunity to conduct technical analysis based on previous support and resistance levels. So this again provides more opportunities for traders in the market.
Right. Now, how about the bet, George? Because I lost the initial bet with you. I'm supposed to send you a bottle of wine. I doubled up on it a couple of days ago. I said by Friday, Bitcoin will reach 20,000. By the looks of it, it's unlikely to happen. So send me the address where you want me to ship the bottles of wine.
It's fine. Next time we meet, drinks on you, and don't worry about it. Let's see what's going to happen. It's very interesting to monitor the whole situation. It's been a very volatile ride, and for those that appreciate a little bit of risk, that is a good thing. For others that do not have the stomach for all this volatility, better stay away, better start with education, understand also why the reasons this market is so volatile is still very, very small compared to traditional financial markets.
Yes.
So because of it, any inflow of money or value into this market will create a lot of volatility.
I'm with you. George, thank you ever so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Amazing market talk. So we're going to keep an eye on that 200 moving average and take it from there. If Bitcoin reaches the 200 MA and bounces off it, it might be a good time to go long on it. If it goes below the 200 MA on a daily chart or a 4-hour chart, then we might be looking at further selling positions. This was it, George. Thank you ever so much. Have a great day, my man. I'm going to move on with the charts of the day. Right, George Agatangelo, everyone, from the heart of Cyprus, from Nicosia. In again a lovely round of Bitcoin talks. Lovely news. He brought us that news about Bitcoin. I didn't know about it, and that's why we have George with us with these lovely interventions at least once a week. Now, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's come back with the charts of the day and some trading signals in 30 seconds. What do you say? All right.
Discover how some of the top executives are trading their own companies with our Insider Trades tool. See who's been buying or selling stock and what their trades say about insider sentiment. Use this unique big data tool to make more informed stock trades. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
All right, and as promised, the charts of the day, guys. We're going to start with crude oil on a 60-minute chart. Crude oil WTI futures took a downturn on the Asian trading session. We see crude oil trading at 45.05 as things stand right now. It's just testing the 50 moving average, as we see. If it's going to go below the 50 MA, guys, then there is potential to see trading lower at 42.99, 43 flat, where the 200 MA is. Let's not forget the U.S. markets will remain closed today for the Thanksgiving holiday. And after the rally we saw on crude oil WTI futures last night, this correction again makes a lot of sense. Let's move on to the most liquid currency pair in the world, guys, the euro US dollar, currently trading at 119.30. Good rally on the U.S. trading session and overnight on the Asian trading session for the European currencies. The euro is getting ready for the slingshot effect as things stand right now. We see it well supported by the 20 MA. It didn't even go down to test the 20 MA. Let's see, RSI stochastic very high in the overbought levels. However, there is potential for another rally of the market. We're gonna have a look at technical analysis in a minute and see what analysts at investing.com think about these currencies. Now we see the pound with a similar trajectory to the euros, currently trading at 133.69. Again, pulling back a bit and testing that 50 MA at 133.62. Let's see what's going to happen. RSI stochastic turned around. They are pointing, at least stochastic is pointing downwards for now. RSI somewhere in between. Still haven't decided yet if it wants to keep the pound in an uptrend or if the pound will want to test the lows. Yeah, look at these lows, guys, that we see below the 50 MA. There we go. These are the lows. Yeah, so we might see the pound trading lower, coming somewhere there in the 133.42 if this trend channel will continue. USD JPY, guys, we see the US dollar losing a bit of hope in front of the Japanese yen. 104.28 for USD JPY right now. And as we look at the charts, we see the US dollar moving below the 200 moving average. It's testing the 200 MA and it moved below. The 20 MA and the 50 MA turned around at the top, guys, pointing towards the downside. We look at RSI stochastic as well, pointing towards the downside. As the first take profit level to the downside, probably traders will either 104.17 or even the 104 flat, as that's where the previous engulfing candlestick closed, if you look towards the left-hand side. Now, AUD, the Aussie dollar, 0.7363.62 for the Aussie dollar as things stand right now. We see a bit of weakness in the Aussie dollar. Apparently, there is a fight up there between buyers and sellers. There is a bit of buying power on the market, but there is also a bit of selling power on the Aussie dollar. So let's see what will happen in the next couple of hours. USD CAD currently trading at 130.05, guys. It made a U-turn, very shy still, but it made a U-turn aiming to that 50 moving average at 130.15. We're exactly 7 points from that 50 MA to the upside. RSI stochastic are pointing upwards. So we might see the USD CAD pair at least testing the 50 MA. And let's see where is it going to take it from there. If it decides to break above and keep going higher today, probably we're going to see the 130.50, 130.53, somewhere there as the first take profit level. As if you look towards the left-hand side, guys, you can see the price tested the 200 MA in the past 4 times, if you look towards the left. So don't be surprised if we're going to see this upward movement. However, the trend still remains a downtrend. Yeah, remember, guys, when the price is trading below the 200 MA, there is great potential to the downtrend. Right, quick look at the US dollar index, which again, just like the USD CAD, after falling sharply on the US trading session and on the Asian trading session, it's trying a tiny recovery right now, but I don't know, does it have the power to do it? 91.93 for the US dollar index as things stand right now, with the RSI and the stochastic trading at their lows. Still, they haven't decided if they want to push higher or not. Gold futures, there is a bit of hope on gold futures, but not a lot. $1,813 for gold futures. Again, we see the start of this teacup shape that we see there. We see gold futures testing the 50 MA, and we see a red candlestick opening as things stand right now. Basically, the price got rejected by the 50 moving average. That usually implies a bit of selling power on the market. We might see gold trading lower today, eyeing the 1800 level. RSI stochastic are turning around as we speak. We see the RSI turning around, not being able to reach the overbought levels. And stochastic is still open to the upside, but let's see how long will that last for. And one quick look at the Bitcoin, guys. Wow. The Bitcoin on a 1 hour chart broke the 200 moving average, 16,831 for Bitcoin right now. Let's look at it on a 4 hour chart. Maybe we get a better understanding. Yes. And I keep an eye on the 15,953, guys. By the looks of it, Bitcoin is going down to test the 200 MA. Where is it going to take it from there? We don't know yet. Ethereum as well. Look at Ethereum. These charts look like they've been copy-paste. Again, Ethereum very close to the 200 moving average to the downside. 485.17 for Ethereum right now. 465.70 is where the 200 MA is. RSI stochastic, way in the oversold levels. Keep an eye on that 200 MA, guys. If the price gets rejected by the 200 MA, that might be a very good entry for the upside, for long positions. And as promised, quick look at technical analysis, half an hour into the European trading session. Right, Euro US dollar, guys, the most liquid currency pair in the world, has a strong sell on a 5-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart shows a sell as well. The hourly and daily remain a strong buy. GBP USD, strong sell on 5-minute and 15 minutes charts. The daily remains a strong buy. USD JPY, sell. We see a sell on a 5-minute and a strong sell on the other 3 time frames. USD CHF, strong buy on 2 time frames, sell on the other 2. Mixed signals on currency pairs today, guys. Euro GBP, though, strong buy on 3 of the time frames, which is very interesting. Have a look at that. USD CAD, strong buy on 3 of the time frames. Again, very interesting. Have a look at that one, guys. And Euro CHF, strong buy on all 4 time frames. Finally, the euro gets a sense of direction, at least versus one currency. GBP JPY and GBP CHF, strong sell on the first 3 time frames. The daily remains a strong buy. All right, mixed signals today, guys. Mixed signals today. Let's have a look at commodities. What's going on? Maybe we get a better indication from commodities. Unlikely by the looks of it. Buy and strong buy on gold. However, the daily remains a strong sell. Silver has a sell on a 5-minute chart, then a couple of buys, and the daily remains a strong sell as well. There is more potential to the downside today, guys. So very careful. If you want to go long on gold or silver, it might be a tiny correction, as we got used to by now. Crude oil, WTI, and Brent oil, we see strong sell on 2-3 time frames. The daily remains a strong buy. So the markets probably are correcting this morning after the rally they had overnight. And with the U.S. markets closed today, let's see. U.S. wheat, strong sell on all 4 time frames. And let's have a quick look at European indices, guys, before I let you go, because I know we have indices traders among us. They love trading indices. Right, let's see what's going on. FTSE 100 in UK, strong sell on 3 time frames. The daily remains a buy. CAC 40 in France, buy. It's in green. All signals indicate a buy. And the DAX 30, guys, currently trading at $13,290, is neutral on a 5-minute chart. 15 minutes hourly and daily remain a buy. So mixed opening this morning. Euro Stocks 50, they have all four in green, buy and strong buy positions. What else? The FTSE, the PSI 20, strong buy on all four time frames. WIG 20, strong buy on all four time frames. Yeah, and the Nordic OSC benchmark, strong buy on all four time frames. Right, this is happening, guys. This is what's happening on the markets today. The markets are very shy. Now, quick look at the economic calendar. Yeah, so 1:30 GMT plus 2. ECB publishes account monetary policy meeting. We're going to see a bit of volatility on the euro back then. ECB Lane has a press conference, and we have the monetary policy statement announced at 2:30 GMT plus 2. Not a lot going on in the markets today, guys. As you see, the ECB owns the economic calendar for the afternoon in the absence of announcements coming from US. Right, join me this afternoon, guys. We're going to have Neil Wilson, Chief Market Analyst at Markets.com, for another round of market talks. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money. And if you haven't subscribed to our new YouTube channel, guys, you can find the link in the description down below. One click, one subscribe, and you will have 10 years of good luck on the financial markets. Thank you so much for being with us today. Join me at 4:30. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money.